I want to be free. That's the reason why I quit. That's the reason why I never ever see myself going into a job again, because I believe in freedom. I believe that I'm here on this earth. I've been placed here. I have gifts. I have things to express. I have love. And I don't think that can be received in a place that doesn't actually really care about me completely. They just care about getting the job done in their business and whatnot. And that's amazing. You get me? I think that it's beautiful that people have businesses, but me personally, I don't want to be working under those businesses. I want to be able to create my own businesses, learn the skills that it takes to actually create a business. And also, the only reason why I would have a job is for money. I don't really have a passion in any of these 9 to 5s that I had, because I needed money at the end of the day. This is the world that we live in. It's challenging, but it's the truth. And the only reason why I had a job was for money. So I also, going into that, I feel that I really needed to work on my abundance mindset. And with having my abundance mindset, I couldn't be in an abundance mindset whilst having a 9 to 5, whilst being somewhere where I don't feel fulfilled. And if the only place that I'm also practicing time management was when I felt like if I didn't go, I would get fired, or if I didn't go, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't be underneath somebody else, me personally, because it's not for me, it's not for my spirit. But then when I realized that I had gifts and I had creative gifts that I need to dive into, which is a risk. If you're just going to quit your job, if you're going to just go into something, the unknown, it's a risk, of course, but it's worth it because I value myself. I value my time, my energy. I value so much things in this life, and I won't be able to value them enough if I'm not actually fulfilling the dreams and the desires. And I don't want to say desires, because we talk about desire being a low vibrational thing on the channel, but at the end of the day, like, I can't be living in that abundance mindset if I don't do what I'm supposed to do. That's why I can't have a job. It's not happening. So in terms of me building my relationship with abundance, I think it's important, because if I'm only making money doing something I don't want to do, what does that say for the frequency of abundance? Because if money is vibrating on the frequency of abundance, of course, then if I'm only receiving that through a tunnel or a space that I don't like, a space I don't want to be in the day, then what does that say for me manifesting abundance? It's hard. It would make it even harder. So I couldn't be in that environment. I couldn't be in a place where manifesting money was almost like stale to me. I have to be doing things I love doing. And whilst I was working, I also had little freelance things that I would do, such as music and art, which was paying me. But I never believed of these things being something that could be outside of work, outside of just like what my base salary is and things like that. So I think it was really just about me letting go and going into the unknown so that I could actually be free in that. And it is risk taking, like I said, but if you don't take risks in life, you won't actually be able to see what things might be like on the other side. And ever since I did do that, I'm so grateful that I actually took that step into doing that. Also, at the start, I kind of briefed to learning new skills, but I didn't really go into it. So I kind of want to do that now. Learning new skills is so important for me, because I think ever since I've moved out of work, I've learned so many skills that is going to help me in the long term. I don't want to be in a situation where I have a job and someone could say to me, anyway, any day, we don't want you, and then my bills aren't getting paid. I don't want a life like that. That's not what I'm trying to build, especially at the age I'm at. So because I know there's knowledge of online, of having a business digitally, being able to travel the world whilst not even being tied to a specific place, because I have online business and whatnot, because I've built the skills in this time that is going to support me further in my life journey of doing that, it is a blessing. And I'm going to list some of the skills that I've learned. It's coming from my head. I haven't got them written down or anywhere, so I can't really give you everything. I'm just going to kind of freestyle this, but time management is one. It's mad because when you work in a job, it's almost like you go, because if you don't, you'll get fired. That's the energy of it, innit? If you don't go, there's no point in them having you there. So you have to be there so you can get your bills paid. But when it comes to being a freelance person, the true reality is that you have to be completely responsible for you putting in the work and actually doing the job. And it's not a job, but it's like if you're giving yourself something to do, you have to actually do it, because otherwise you don't get paid. So time management's one. Also just prioritizing certain things, writing things down. I'd also say that I'm not I'm not even talking about just business here. Investing is a big thing I've learned, because think about it. If I'm making money from the thing that I love to do, which I am, it's like, if I can get that money and turn it into more money by investing in certain stocks, ETFs and whatnot, and making an annual return every year, that is big knowledge, because it comes to a point where you probably won't even need to work and you'll be getting paid just from companies. That's a completely different story. But that's an example of skills that I'm learning. It's financial skills, money mindset, financial education, that I'm forcing myself to learn. I don't pay for nothing. I don't pay for courses. I don't pay for, I literally dropped out of school like years ago. So I'm not like, listen, this is all just me going on my own journey, learning what I need to learn. And I'm learning the skills and it's paying off and it's absolutely beautiful. So another thing that I want to speak about is dealing with doubts, because I know that it's so easy to have this like limiting mindset and limiting beliefs when it comes to doing what you truly want and what you truly like really need in this world. I stopped saying desire because I don't want to say that anymore. But yeah, I had to actually tell myself, you can do this. Like, do you know who you are? Like the creator, God, the divine has created you. How could you not do this for yourself? Like, it's crazy. I'm here. I have a purpose. I have things to do. I'm here to be free. So I had to allow myself to do it and just take action. Everyone has different circumstances. So if there's anyone watching here that is looking to quit or whatever, I'm just gonna say that we all have different circumstances, different things we have access to, different liabilities and things we need to, maintain. So everyone's way of doing it and quitting will be different. Some people might need to save, some people might be okay to just quit, and there's so many different things that you can go into that. We have to have trust and patience, trust in the process when this happens, trust that everything will be okay. Because sometimes we can assume the worst, and it's about actually assuming the best. Actually, how do you actually think of things in the positive way, not always the negative way? And I had to really do this, not just for my personal growth, but also spiritual growth, because I know that everything is spiritual and I really do want to grow spiritually. And I can't do that if I'm in a place that I don't feel like I want to be. There's no point in me being in there, and I could easily be replaced at any point. I'm not trying to be in that type of situation. So looking back on my decision of quitting, I'm gonna say that I'm very grateful that I've done that for myself. I done a favor. I done myself a big favor. I'm very grateful. I've learned so much, and I'm so excited to see what else I can get from this journey. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.